Welcome to the introduction of the Hwiriti label or the Hwiriti Clothing Line. First and foremost, I would like to thank my entire team for the hard work that they've put in to the success of this project. I am greatly indebted to all of them. The Hwiriti Clothing Line is inspired by the Hwiriti birds. These birds are also known as the Trevon calvus. That's their scientific name. The English name is the African green pigeon. These birds are special birds. They are divine emissaries. During the COVID-19 pandemic period, they paid me a visit and revealed the COVID-19 pandemic. They also brought about the vaccine message as well as the aftermath of the vaccination exercise. And the message was spot on. Therefore, I am truly inspired and I believe that these birds are divine emissaries. These same birds are also found carved on the soapstone sculptures which are found at Svikiro Hwiriti, also known as the Great Zimbabwe. Of February 2020, I had a visitation by the Trevon calvus. These birds are said to be divine emissaries, which are featured on the centuries-old Zimbabwe bird stone sculptures. The bird to the left is showing signs of avian infection. COVID-19 is transmitted through the mouth, nose, and eyes, and it affects the throat and chest. A month later, on the 5th of March 2020, South Africa announced its first COVID-19 case. The birds had brought the COVID-19 message. All wild animals and birds must be repatriated to their natural habitats as a preventative measure.
My first beauty contest was in 2014. And I was doing my first semester at Tshwane North College, and then they decided that they want to host a beauty contest for Mrs. Tshwane North College. So I just tried my luck and I ended up winning third place. And then in 2015, there was also another beauty contest that they were advertising. They were looking for the face of Namaskar. And then I also tried my luck and I won first place. And then 2016 around June, then there was another competition for the face of Hwiriti Community Radio. I also tried my luck and finally I won first place. So for 2 years I was the face of Hwiriti Community Radio.
I'm Mr. Nichendama Johannes Owane. I'm a teacher by profession. Well, I'm living here in Namaskar. There are many things that I've realized and recognized about people here in Namaskar. There are many people with different characters. different IQs, whatever you can mention, or whatever you can say. This is a place of people who they were taken from wherever place and placed here. So there are many generations with many different IQs and ideas in life. I happen to find this great man, Mr. Mtizu, and as my neighbor, yes, we connected, and he have his own creative, and it's so very beautiful, creative. You know, and if you can see, then you will know what he can create. Because he creates many things. Jacket, trousers, and even his hair can create. So, I don't know what you can make, or you can. It's about creativity of an African person who went all of his mind to create that.
Look at the bed in its entirety and decided that our clothing line should capture as far as possible all the important features of these beds. For example, the eye, which is very prominent on the bed, and it's very important historically, and we've seen it being also featured very well on the soapstone sculptures. The ladies, for example, they can do their makeup to depict the eye, and whilst for men we can have or we have the headgear, berets, or other traditional headgears which depict the eye. And white and also the black colors. Ladies are encouraged to wear lipstick so that they imitate the bed. Unfortunately for men, we have not yet developed a lipstick or something that can really be outstanding, but we have developed bow ties, which are red and white, to stand in for the mouth. The picture on my right, we have the brown color, which again is very well represented there on the jacket. The wing lines that are found on the sculpture as well as on the bed did not go unnoticed. We incorporated them on all our clothes. There are two lines that are very prominent on the bed. That is the edge of the wing line, and also another line that divides the green and the blue and white lines that are found on the bed, which you can see on those pictures. So these on our clothes are represented on the sleeves of the clothes and also on the sides of the clothes. So they are between the green and the gray. So that is quite important. If you look at that picture, it is very difficult to distinguish between the male and female Hwiriti. They look identical, and that is very, very significant as it promotes gender equality. So as African people, we must be seen to be promoting gender equality even through our dressing. The way we dress must encompass that important aspect, which has always been a part of our African culture.
You see, you look at me. I'm wearing a traditional venda. It's a venda. It's a venda. I'm a venda boy. Yes. I'm a chanda. Yes. It's what you can say, but you can come at Mr. Material's place and feel the texture of what is doing.
In coming up with the African dress code, we would like to emphasize the fact that most ethnic groups on the continent do have their own regalia. It's alluded to by Brajo, and our introduction of the Hwiriti Clothing Line is not in conflict with these other ethnical regalias or the national dress codes, but we are trying to unite the African people. We want to come together, being united by our divine emissaries, where if we go out of the continent or we are in the diaspora, it will be easier for us to be identified as Africans, as people from the African continent. So the Hwiriti Clothing Line is there to complement all the other ethnic dress codes that we find on the African continent. The Hwiriti beds have yellow legs, and therefore the design of our clothes are designed in such a way that the bottom part is yellow. That is yellow pants, yellow skirts, and they run all the way right to the bottom. We don't have mini skirts, we don't have half skirts, but we have full skirts, that long skirt that run down to the heels, because as you can see from the picture, the yellow feathers on the beds, they go right down to the tarsus of the beds, and that is a very important feature that we have tried to incorporate in our designs. But we are all aware that birds also use their legs or their feet in the same way as hands. So you won't be surprised to find that some of our jackets, some of our dresses, some of our blouses, they have yellow sleeves. That is from that perspective, and definitely I think it will be quite clear to grasp.
There are people who are not challenged in that, and they need to be challenged. And when they are not challenged, they make miracles. So come and see those miracles. They are there. Alive. Come and see them. There are miracles.
No, theoretically, when you speak of it, it's you don't actually get the idea from the theoretical explanation of it, but once you start seeing the clothing and the colors, then you start to really get the picture between the story and the bed. So I think it's what African inspired with the bright colors, because when you think African, you're thinking brown, you're thinking gold, you don't think bright colors, but now you get this beautiful bed with bright colors, and then you transform it into a clothing label or a clothing brand whereby you go into different genders of clothing, formal, semi-formal, and then it becomes something else. I don't know as far as it goes, because I believe there's potential to go very far, but I don't know how far. But I think I will decide to be very far and that we will go. Okay, just the part of clothes. So anything that has clothes with, that definitely say yes. And my preference is I don't like clothes that, okay, the ones that we get at the shop I like, but personally I like to wear something that nobody has. So if I buy something from the store, I will just outtake so that I'm the only one who has that particular clothing. So clothing plus personal identification of the clothes, whereby you know that this one you will never pass around this thing and you find somebody wearing it. It has that uniqueness. That's what was my first impression. I was like, okay, I got to kill two birds with one stone.
Was I recording all along or not?